We don't eat okra stew with rice. That's a no. No. You don't eat, right, Kwame? No. You don't eat rice with okra.
What is up, everybody? This week on Christian Anastasia, it is going to be what happens when you take a vegan person and mix it with a Ghanaian chef. Let's go. So we got Kwaku here with us, who's gonna keep everything nice and steady. Kwame's grabbing a nap. But babe, what are we making today, and are you worried that this is gonna be a mess?
No. A lot of the Ghanaian meals I think could go for vegan or vegetarian, because most of the time we add our meat into the sauce or into the stew, so you don't have to add it. So today we are going to make okra stew the vegan way, and we are also going to make bean stew. I mean, I'm Ghanaian. I wasn't raised with a lot of cheese, so the whole cheese into meal, I learned that here. So obviously vegan. You guys, if you don't know what vegan means,
nothing with a heartbeat. And I'm doing it for Lent, and we're gonna see how it goes. But it's been going well, so it might go longer.
I'm not vegan. I mean, you don't. I mean, look at me. Do I look like a vegan girl?
Girl, she's not talking about curves.
We are doing okra. I'm going to add eggplant to it because obviously he needs all the vegetables that you can have. He gardens, so he has eggplant in the back. Hopefully there is eggplant. Follow us in this beautiful journey of making Ghanaian food but vegan.
Yes, and before we go, hit the subscribe button, join us. We're trying to get to 100K. We're almost there. Let's do it. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, guys, don't laugh at my garden. This is it. So far, I got one eggplant. Oh, but look at this. Look at this. These are Japanese eggplant. I'll take this one. Oh, wait a minute. I see something right in there. You see that? They're not the prettiest, but I think they're gonna do. Okay, guys, I definitely had to take a commercial break because Kwaku just spit all over my outfit. 2 packages of the okra, and I am going to chop these things up, but first I'm gonna run them over some water. Just rinse off the okra. As you can see, Anastasia has picked the 3 eggplant. I got the onion, some tomate, and of course some bell peppers.
We added water to our pot of okra. We are going to start it, so that way that one could be cooked. So that's going to be on the fire. Let it boil. I like to cook everything else separately. That way it's easier for it to, you know, easy to add together. So that's what we're doing first.
This is a nice eggplant grown from the ground. This is the Japanese eggplant. Anastasia did not think we would be growing so much eggplant from the backyard. She laughed at me when I said, babe, we're gonna buy this eggplant, Japanese eggplant, from Lowe's of all places. And this plant has been bearing so much fruit. And I actually think it's a fruit, isn't it?
As you could hear, Kwaku is already doing So if it's hard to do content, we both work full time. And we have 2 kids now, but we're making it work, guys.
Kwaku, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat, Kwaku?
I know my husband, you know, he was cute and all that, and you guys were looking at him cutting all this, but listen, guys, he was taking a little bit longer, and then we have 2 boys, you already know. It was going wild. So I was like, give it to me, we gotta go. Cha, cut. Let me show you guys what we did here. We have eggplants. So I boiled the eggplant. I usually put just all-purpose seasoning or something like that on it. So do your seasoning as you wish. And then I cut some spinach right there. Onions and garlic. Now this is, no. Kwame, no. This is the tofu right here. I just forgot to show you guys, but this is it comes in like water. So I drained the water off, and then right here I patted it a little dry, so that way it doesn't, you know, it can get more crispier. So that's basically Christian's meat. I have blended tomatoes, garlic, onions, and bell peppers. Now, the secret with the bell peppers is Kwame, you will not see Kwame eating vegetables by itself. I don't know about your child, but Kwame hates vegetables. So I try to incorporate it all in the food, and then he eats it. So that way he gets the vegetables. So over here is onions, garlic, bell peppers, tomato. You guys saw the okra, so we already boiled the okra. So this is boiled. Tomatoes and cilantro over here, just fresh tomatoes, cut tomatoes. And this is portobello mushrooms over here. I also boiled the mushrooms, and so this is how it looks like. I put a little seasoning salt on it, so that way it's already seasoned. I don't put too much water. I put enough water to boil it, so I don't have to drain it, so all that water can go, all the juice can go into it. And then I have my first seasoning batch. Now everything you see here, we are going to divide this tomatoes into two, one for the beans, one for the okra. So this part is going to be for the okra stew, and this part is going to be for the beans. Because we are kind of not running out of time, but we don't know who's going to act up, whether Quaker is going to start crying or Kwame is going to act up. So I'm making both at the same time. The beans was already boiled yesterday. If you know anything about beans, it takes forever to get soaked. So we soaked it 2 days ago, and you soaked it overnight, and then yesterday we boiled it. So we are using the palm oil. If you don't know palm oil comes from palm tree. And then we are using olive oil. So the palm oil is going to be used for the okra. I like my okra with palm oil. So Christian, that's what he knows, and that's what he's going to eat. And then we are making the beans with olive oil. I'm going to pour the palm oil in here for okra. The oil for the beans is ready, so we're just going to put some onions. And then the oil for the okra stew is ready, so we're just going to add onions to the okra stew. Divide it together. If you're wearing white and then you are handling palm oil, just so you know, it might stain. We're going to put some garlic, and then we're going to put some garlic. Remember guys, there's garlic already blended. We're going to split this into two. I'm going to pour half of this into each, okay? So once your onions start getting brown, a little brown, don't burn your onions. So the onions and the garlic, I don't like my garlic burned, so I don't wait too long. And I'm going to pour half of this, you already know what it is, into here. And also tomatoes tend to ta-ta-ta. You know what ta-ta-ta is? Tomatoes tend to be ta-ta-ta. This is ta-ta-ta right here, all over the place. So you have to cover it. So I have to cover it up. I'm going to put the rest over here. I'm sure if you know how to cook and you are watching, I forgot something very important. This is the tofu. I'm about to season it, basically like season it like meat. And normally what I would do is I will fry it, like stir fry it first, and then we will add it later on. But normally I would do it first, and then I would take it out, and then I would do the onions, the garlic and all that. So we're gonna put the tomatoes, because it tastes much better when you have the tomatoes just sitting. Some tomatoes just hanging around in there. And then we're going to let that simmer a little bit. At this point, I'm going to put my seasoning. So this is the first batch. This is going to go into the beans. I don't know if you know this, but this is Maggi cube. This is shrimp from Ghana, but you could get it at any Ghanaian store. I'm putting half and half. I usually don't put salt into the food until towards the end if needed. I'm just going to put a little bit cilantro in this one. All we have to do is now we have to add the beans to it. So we're just going to let it simmer a little bit. So technically this is done. We're just going to add the beans to it. And then when it's done, it's done.
This is starting to look like a vegan paradise. The nation of vegan meets the nation of Ghana.
There goes the beans. Now we're going to do the okra. I already put the seasoning in here, as you could tell. I'm going to put a cilantro because I don't like it just sitting in there, the grain. So we're going to put a little bit. I'm going to put the eggplant in there. I'm going to put the mushrooms in.
The cameraman has the baby.
I need to maybe go feed him. So this is the tofu. So I stir fry it, seasoned it, stir fried it. So basically this is the meat. So you don't want to break your tofu because basically it's your meat. Now we add the okra. So you have your okra, you have your mushrooms, you have your eggplant, you have your tofu. Now you're going to add your spinach. And if you know spinach, it cooks pretty fast. So you're just going to let it simmer.
This is your cameraman right here. Right here. That's your cameraman.
And voila. We are done. You have your beans. You have your okra.
A big shout out to Anastasia who just whipped this whole thing out while our cameraman, Kwaku, just chilled the whole time.
Yes.
Kwame was running around and Mama and Baby Doll just crushed it out.
If you want more of these videos, leave a comment below. Tell us. Look at him smiling, guys. Hi. Hi. Hi, Kwaku. I know if you are Ghanaian, we don't eat okra stew with rice. That's a no-no. It's just for a taste. Kwame is over here. No. You don't eat, right, Kwame? No. You don't eat rice with okra.
Normally I use my hands, but I got this guy next to me and I'm just gonna play it safe.
So we're gonna eat the rice with the beans. It's hot.
Oh, I love the flavor. Guys, I've just been eating like salads for the last 3 weeks. So flavorful, so good.
So now try the okra.
Baby, I'm scared. It's yummy.
Oh, that's good.
It's yummy.
Okay.
But you're right, this normally doesn't have rice.
Yeah.
Right? I can see this with banku.
Banku or kenke, I mean.
Yeah.
So you like it?
Oh, I love it. I'll eat this all night.
Give it an A to F.
A
How
plus.
would you? Ooh, say it again.
A+. This is fantastic. You know how hard it is to get good vegan food? Now to be able to get like, usually it's boring. Normally if you want to like go to like interesting vegan place, they're gonna tell you it's like buffalo cheeseburger. And it's not. It's like a portobello mushroom filled with like cashew creamy stuff. And it tastes horrendous. So this is good.
We are done.
We're the Andersons.
And
Thank you for being on the vlog with us.
subscribe, like, and share. Kwame wave, Casa bye. For all the love. And leave a comment below if you want more of this.
Bye.